Today we're going to take... People have heard of the doner kebab, but this is the doner cycle. We call it temporalis australis, as in the temporary Australians. The doner cycle. I want your liver and your lungs, also known as the vertebrae, because they fracture all their vertebrae as they come off their body. And off he goes into the world of
the unknown,
intensive care, into the great void.
We'll miss him, not really, because he donates more things.
He will give
more good.
He will give so much to so many. He gives without thought of. He gives without thought of return.
The donator cycle.
He's like Anakin Skywalker. He gives without thought of reward. Oh my God! Look at this. This is what you call an intersection from hell. But not really, compared to those little intersections I struck in Vietnam, where everything is just randomly going everywhere. It's like the asteroid field in the Millennium Falcon. Do 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 do. I am going to get killed by an asteroid. Do 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 do.
Well, the difference is these guys aren't on scooters.
Yeah, that's true. The difference is if you hit these people in your car, they give you a meaningful bump.
Yeah.
Whereas a scooter is just like brushing a fly off your bonnet. Now, how it works in Vietnam is if there's an accident, you could either talk to the person at the time and come to some arrangement with the costs involved, and if you can't, then they call the police. Then they take you to the police station, and then the policeman listens to your argument and then makes a deliberation on who should pay who. There's no court or anything like that. There's no high-paid legal eagle fucking lawyers and tight-ass Italian suits. Hey man, Your Honour, I object. Well, if he said Your Honour, you object to the policeman, he probably would just cuff him and bash him. Fuck that. No legal eagles in Vietnam unless at a higher level. But anyway, the idea is just to be extremely dexterous. Riding a scooter is just like doing a video game in Vietnam. You just have to avoid all the random obstacles.
The random idiots.
Yeah, random idiots. So it could be, it's just like random things flying at you. It's really random.
Well, yeah. How many scooters on per road?
Fucking, I think I'm not sure. I think in Ho Chi Minh City there are almost 8 million scooters.
That's just about.
Or is that Hanoi? One of them has got 8 million. There's actually in Vietnam. There's more scooters in Vietnam than there are people in Australia. It's just like fucking heaps of scooters, especially as I say, in Hanoi, which is the capital, and Ho Chi Minh, which is the biggest sort of.
How do they manage the petrol on it?
Oh, this is great. So what happens is you can go to a petrol station and fill up, or there are people with tankers. Get this. And they go and deliver at the petrol station. But during the hot day, it heats up, so it expands. So if they leave early in the morning, they can take some of the petrol off for the black market, and it will expand to the same volume by the time they drop it off. And so what they do is they drop by to a little stores, to people, and they sell off that petrol really cheap.
Yeah.
So there's all corruption over there. So then, of course, people will go up to these stores, and rather than going to the expensive petrol places, they'll buy some petrol in a little drink container, which just looks like a plastic bottle with a water container, and they'll just buy those for a couple of dong, a few dong, and rather than paying a lot more dong for petrol in the petrol station. So it's so they either do it properly at the petrol station, or they go to one of these black marketeers and buy it. But
have any one of the idiots crashed the boats on the bridge?
Oh, that one on the video on the thing. That was a barge. It was on. It was a monsoon season. So monsoon season comes later in the year and halfway through the year, and basically the rain comes down to such an extent that the rivers all flood and there's winds, and a lot of people in Asia die from monsoons. But what happened is the river got really big, and it was obviously tied down somewhere, and it broke off. And what happened is it just got swept out of the river. But instead of the bridge, normally it would go under the bridge. The water level had risen, and it smacked into the bridge instead of going under the bridge.
Wow!
And of course, the bridge is harder than the barge, so the bridge wins. That's what they say. Have you won at a game of bridge? The barge lost playing bridge.
What is the quality of their food?
Oh, gee, don't even get me onto that. I've just spent... some of the food is really nice, it tastes really nice, but especially in Ho Chi Minh City, they must wash their hands down the toilet. I mean, I all the normal careful things. I didn't, put ice in my drink. I took alcohol, washed my hands whenever, wash. I didn't drink tap water, didn't eat sort of, non-peeled fruit, didn't eat sort of salads unless I was sure that they were prepared right, all that sort of stuff, all the strict stuff. And guess what?
What?
I got gastro. I got food poisoning, So if I got food poisoning, do all the correct stuff, my God, these guys must be filthy. And I think we got poisoned on this river cruise. Oh, geez, man. Going there, it was a sweaty, shitty boat. Yeah, man. Yeah. It was so fucked, man. If it wasn't for the food poisoning, I probably would have enjoyed the trip a lot more.
Wow, that's why you bring your own food.
Well, you can't. There's no way you can bring that much food. Well, there is, but you look like an idiot. I've got 15 suitcases to check in.
It might be worthwhile because the food poisoning might kill you in the end.
That's it.
Just bring some medicine in.
I did, and if I hadn't, I would have been fucked. So you're taking one medicine to stop you vomiting, one medicine to stop you crapping yourself, an antibiotic just in case it's infective. And I just, I had a chemist shop in my bag, man. Yeah, man, if I hadn't had that, I think I would have been a lot worse off.
Would you ever go back to Vietnam again?
Oh, I saw the worst of it. I don't know, I mean, I don't think I would ever go to Ho Chi Minh City. If I was going to go to Vietnam, I would fly into Da Nang, which is a lot cleaner, and I would probably go somewhere like Hoi An or something like that, and probably places where there's clean beaches, clean resorts. But yeah, no, Ho Chi Minh City is filth, and Hanoi is also a bit of a dirty city because there's so many population, but Ho Chi Minh City is it's rubbish in the streets, and you see people catching fish from the river, and the river stinks like shit. It's for catching fish from it. It's just
I'm pretty sure it's a sewer.
It's it. The shit runs straight out of the river, and it's just like, oh my God. And I said to the guy, I said, hey man, are they going to eat that fish? Nah, I'll probably sell it to someone else. Ah, great. Probably sold it to the restaurant where I ate.
Holy shit.
That's it. And there's the lovely river cruise, and see the lovely lights, the big ships in the distance, and the plastic bags floating past.
Nice.
That's it.
Vietnam for you.
That's it. That's progress. But as I say, the country is some nice places, and further up the coast.
If the population gets too crazy in Australia, we'll become Vietnam.
Well, that's what I say. I mean, it's all about numbers, and I don't think anyone clearly looks at numbers. I mean, really, it's immigration this, immigration that. Well, immigration comes at a price in the long term. I mean, it might be good for economic growth, but as Chief Seattle said, it's not when the last tree is cut down, the last buffalo shot, the last fish caught, that white man will finally realise, and I don't mean just white men, I mean all men really, but he said white man, will finally realise that he can't eat money. It's true, you can't eat money, you know?
I know, yeah.
It's so fucked, people just, I met a guy up there and he does solar, and he sort of has a thing whereby a lot of the companies up there can update to solar, and they sort of do a financing plan they can, and that's a good idea to get as much solar into that country as you can, because they have to buy all the power of Thailand, and I think it's all from bloody fossil fuels and burning oil, and they need to have as much solar as they can in that country, and just to try and get as much I think they need to keep their dongs in their wallet.
Their dongs.
Yeah.
Good name for money, am I right?
It is a fucking good name. Hey lady, I pay you in dong. Sounds just so risque.
Welcome to Perth City.
Welcome to Perth.
At one side you got the beautiful foresty Kings Park, and at the other you got the monstrosity company buildings.
That's it.
Enjoy.
That's it. Please consider. Okay, we're driving along here, and at the moment, and this is a main freeway from south. We're going to go past lovely Perth. Did I say how lovely it was?
There's so many fucking cars.
Not really, compared to bloody Ho Chi Minh City. This is just a back street. The problem is, this is an open road, and in Ho Chi Minh City, people will just merge and they'll let each other in, and they'll push and it'll keep on flowing,
Yeah.
Whereas here, you get people that will just stop, nothing in front of them. If you do that in Vietnam, you have everyone beeping, and you probably have a bus up your ass. See, look at this. That took a lot of planning. You had like 4 years to get over into that lane, but you just suddenly stopped in front of somebody behind you doing the fastest speed.
If everyone went on scooters, would the road be more manageable?
No, I reckon it'd be a disaster. Actually, here it would be pretty manageable, but I think it would be a little bit of a disaster.
Why? Cars are like a lot wider.
Yeah, that's true. No, you'd probably be a lot better with scooters. In peak hour, it would keep moving because people could go around each other.
Yeah. But
then you'd get grandma who wants to travel in peak hour doing 5 kilometres an hour. Hey man, it's a Honda, man. No man, no Honda goes in front of me today. Sorry. I want to get there in my lifetime.
In my Honda.
Oh
in my
God.
Honda. Driving so fucking slow in my Honda. Oh mate, it's trying to go in front of us. Wait, what is this Honda doing? It's going fast.
It's doing the speed limit. But it's very unusual that this Honda, I'm going to go around the Honda. Oh yes. I think it's what we call a boy racer.
Yeah.
Little boy racer. They get into a Honda and you know, they get a Honda, they lower the car. He hasn't actually, that's stage one is they lower the car. Stage two in boy racer hood is they put a baked bean can exhaust pipe on it. Okay. Stage three is they put mags on it. Stage four is they put some you know sort of coloured lights all over it. And then you've got the complete boy racer, anime boy racer. Alright. Go boy racer, go boy racer, go boy racer, go. They drive around, you know, also known as rice burners.
Rice burners. Rice fryers.
Oh no, I can't stand you. Kia Carnival.
Oh. Fuck, there's so many car companies. What's that one? The Ute.
Mitsubishi.
It's that fucking symbol just puts me off.
What do you mean? I got one of my cars is a Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi. Tell me about your company. We are built on great work principles and great ethics. We made lots of planes to bomb people.
Okay.
Great ethics. I don't see that they're making a commemorative Mitsubishi Zero sports car. For the American market.
Alright. Man, all we just see is all these fucking same cars.
Yeah, but you know,
this is why old cars are unique on the road.
I agree. I mean, all these cars are similar. You know, they're different makes, but they're similar. And, oh my god, that is ugly.
Which one?
That thing, that white thing, it's called a Captiva. It's a Holden Captiva. Oh my god. That is ugly.
And the driver in it.
Well, the driver and the car sort of match. But it is just so plain and ugly. I mean, like, somebody thought, wow, look at the shape on that car. I love this car. I'm going to get myself one of those. What the fuck? Who would, you know, I mean, honestly, you go into, I'm sure you could get cars that look and perform better than that for the same price. But to actually go to a car yard and see that thing in white standing there and say, you know, it's like, how much is that dog in the window, the one with the waggly tail? But like, this dog is like got fangs, fucking one ear ripped off, and like a tail that's stretched and shit. And it's like, oh, I don't want the one with the waggly tail, I want that one. And they got the, yeah man, it's not good. Now get this, in WA at the moment we've got a thing where we can't actually buy little puppies in pet shops because all these puppy farms have been breeding them, and you know, there's all sorts of legislation limiting that only breeders can breed dogs. You know, oh my god, you know, it's got to be illegal. We make it so hard to get regulation for that humans can breed freely, and they just shit. Some of them should have some laws slapped on.
No.
I won't have that.
To the extent it's going to be.
I'm sorry, you're useless. We're going to have to take away your breeding license. Hand over your testicles.
Hey, look, it's testicle cop. Testicle cop.
Testiculocops says, take him down. Chop him off.
Scissors.
That's it. This won't take a moment. You're free to go, sir. Here's an ice pack. Hospital that way. Run as fast as you can. Run as fast as you can. You can't catch him. He's a bowless man. Holy fuck.
Well, it'll stop most of the conflict.
That's it. Imagine all those people living without balls. Oh, 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 oh. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Oh. Yeah, man. Certainly cut down on the number of rage quits in Team Fortress. Oh, you rage quit. We're here from the testiculocops. We're going to have to compensate something. Ah, yeah.
Gets rid of a lot more hater comments.
That's it. Oh, yeah, you hater. You this, you effing this. You should effing die in hell. Hello, we're from the testiculocops.
Testiculocops.
Da da da. Oh, but you could actually. Well, it's almost a deterrent. You could actually take just one bowl, and then they say, "Oh yeah, if you're not good, we'll come back for the other." Or even worse, take half a ball. Take half a ball, then come back. Oh man, that would be so. Man, there's only one thing that's worse than taking one ball. That's taking just half. I see by the look at your face that you seem somewhat squeamish, chicken.
That would be very painful. Actually, it would be very painful if you cut off the balls.
Ah, I imagine it would. I'm not going to try it in a hurry, but
you might experience.
Why so serious, Batman? The testiculocops get you. You're so deep. No deep voice today. Hey, Batman. What's the matter? The testiculocops got him. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Na 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 Batman.
Wait.
Oh yeah. There's a Porsche in front of us, and it's just saying, "Oh man, I've got a Porsche. I'm so special." Testiculocops.
Oh, bend over, son. Gotta cut off some of your
Well, yeah, so you're really keen about having a fast car. I'm going to reduce some of the weight so it goes a bit faster by cutting off your balls.
Oh my god.
That's a weight modification. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Your balls are so pathetic. We only cut out like fucking 5 grams. Yes.
Every time someone says, says like they brag like about how good they are in like a game. Let's see how good you are without balls.
That's it. I'm so skilled and you're so free to play. I'm so skilled. Yeah, man. I owned you. I dominated you. I did this. I did. Beaver.
Chop.
Ah!
Click. Go to shears, boy. Click, click, click. The cop looks around.
You're a-
sliced off your dick.
You're an official, not a man anymore.
That's it. Or you go in
You're
there.
a no life.
The testicular cops go in there and pull out their implement and they say, "Girl, you'll be a woman soon." But I'm not a girl. Yeah, will we?
Snip, snip.
Clip, clip. Chop, chop. And then what they could do with the extra testicular balls is they could freeze them up in bulk and export them to China as an aphrodisiac.
What?
Yeah, well, they eat all sorts of stuff up there just to, improve their manlyhood, like tiger penises and
Oh, for
rhino horns and anything that's sort of rare and precious and majestic. They just want to use in their medicine and slaughter. Let's just kill a species off it. Oh man, I got the last of the dinosaur toes. If I eat it, I can get a bar. I can fuck 3 whores.
We do not tolerate this behaviour. What are you going to do about it? Snip.
You want to fight? Fight me.
Snip.
Snip. Oh, not fair.
He used the strongest move.
He did the move for which there is no defense. Mr. Miyagi, how do you defend against that?
Hey.
Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. The testicular cop goes, balls on, balls off.
The freaking Goku versus some random dude and says something rude. Sorry, but we're gonna have to snip off your Dragon Balls. Snip.
And can you imagine that comment that all those angry people in Dragon Ball Z that have to rename the whole show to Dragon Ball Z or something. Or Dragon Ballers. Dragon Ballers Z.
Dragon Ballers Z.
You imagine that really sort of tough, sort of angry looking one.
Oh no! Without my balls, I can't do the spirit ball.
I can't do the spirit ball.
Freaking Dragon Ball Z, comparing dick size in a duel, but not when there's testicular cop.
Oh God, this is one evil in a body. Oh my God. You're so pathetic. You need to be defibrillated into your head.
You need the testicular cop.
But it was a woman, allegedly.
How does a testicular cop deal with a woman?
Well, they have to do an oophorectomy, remove their ovaries.
Alright, fuck.
I mean, what they have to do, that would be harder, you know.
Yeah, that'd be harder. That'd be the ultra hard ones.
Yeah, that would require a bit of open surgical skill.
Time to take you to a testicular prison.
Ovarian extraction machine. You can just stab them in the guts and it just goes out automatically, does it?
Yeah.
Now you won't reproduce your filthy kind.
Oh, you did a mistake in your lifetime. Let's make sure you don't pass it on to the next generation.
We're just protecting future generations.
I think if there was a testicular cop, then the population would be managed.
That's it. It's managed.
But could you imagine the consequences? You'd be like in constant fear, like driving at the speed limit.
You're driving. Everyone would drive 5 below the speed limit. It's just like, oh yeah, go to a shop. Oh sorry, my hamburger's a little bit cold, just a little bit. Is there any chance you could heat it up? I'm so sorry for asking. Then there's some big muscle head. Oh, my hamburger's cold. I want another one. Viva, viva, viva.
Snip.
Oh, what happened to my voice?
You'd soon learn, wouldn't you? Anyway, enough.